So many parts make the whole was the last video. Not sure what I'll call this. Maybe I'll just say get in the framework of this creation in your mind. So you see the framework right here. Everything that you need to know is actually right in front of you. So you got a building, you got a sign, you got a street, you got a thoroughfare, you got the flow, you got a stable situation, you got tree, which is faith, sign of the cross, the blood, the black, white, and red, the blood of his cross. You see the whole truth right here. Now look at the framework. Somebody lives there, somebody works there. Behind me, somebody eats back here. There's a plant, somebody needs something to wash their clothes, the machine, then there's some entertainment over there, there's a bar over there. Travel, pretty much right here in front of you, there's donuts, barbershop, cut, the black, the red and the blue is the turning. And so there's some neighbors. This is this is a miniature community right here in and of itself, right? To know the whole thing, it's all about connection. God is trying to draw people back to himself. That's the overarching principle, connect. To yoke you back up, like two oxen yoked together, to yoke you together. That's the whole purpose of this whole thing, is to yoke you back to God and be connected. As he moves his head, your head moves. As he moves his body, your body moves. And that's what it's about. That's how marriage actually is. The way one acts, the other one acts. If one drinks, the other one usually drinks. If one smokes, the other one smokes. If one curses, the other one curses. It's like a yoke, like two oxen yoked together. That's why it's so hard. Because you got one person wanting to do their will, and they're wanting to do their will, unless their wills are in alignment. When they get their wills in alignment, W-I-L-L, if they get their wills in alignment, the will, just like if you get your mind, your will in alignment with the will of God, if you get in tune and in alignment with the will of God, then you're going to flow better because you're in God's will, because God's will is the overarching principle. This is why I'm trying to show you know all things, because if you get the mind of Christ, you're in tune with his will. What am I doing here? What is this video about? What's this series about? Revealing Jesus in all things. That's what the whole book of Revelation is about. And Genesis to Revelation is the whole revealing of Jesus. Genesis 3. Her seed shall bruise your head, your seed shall bruise his heel. Genesis 3 is revealing Jesus. It's all revealing Jesus. The whole thing. So if you want to get in the will of God, you're going to be in the flow. Because you're yoked up with the God of the universe, and that's why everything flows. Now, I got some free wood to help me remodel a place, and I can take and break these, as long as there's not bugs or anything in that, I can take and break that apart and get a lot of free wood right there. It doesn't take me but 5 minutes to break it apart. I'm gonna load it up, get me some free wood. And a lot of this free wood, somebody gave me $1,000 worth of free wood. A lot of this free wood, you can actually turn around and sell it. So the framework of this reality, and getting the big picture of this framework, you take all these individual parts of the knowing all things, the black, white, and red, the fractal hologram, the parts make the whole, the blood of Jesus, the cross. Time doesn't exist. I mean, I'm going to do some more videos. Space doesn't really exist. It exists for the 3D, but it doesn't exist for the 5D. And what's more real, the 5D? This is just a copy, an image. Everything's a copy. Down here in the 3D, it's just a copy. What you're thinking about appears in the hologram. Because your mind is spirit, right? The patterns are real. So when you want to get a framework of reality, you've got to go back to the Bible. You've got to seek the truth. You've got to rightly divide. And you got to put all the puzzle pieces together so the pieces make the whole. It's real, people. It's real. But if your framework is disconnected from God, none of this will make sense. You'll be mad. You'll be mad at everything. You'll be disconnected from everything. It just won't make sense to you.